BitConnectX. I actually just did that. You know why? Because I noticed when I said BitConnectX, I opened my. I was real wide, and I'm like, I shouldn't do that. And I was about to stop and start over, but then I did that. And you know what? I'm not gonna start. I'm not gonna start over, man. That's how you get this thing. You say keep it real right here. BitConnectX ICO is not available to U.S. residents. So let's look at my BitConnectX account. Craig! No. When I was in Jamaica last year, I opened an account called BCC School. Now, my BCC School is Jamaica and is linked to my cell phone that is in Jamaica. My cell phone number that is in Jamaica. If you have a cell phone number that is in the United States, you're not able to log in. That's how they filter out, United States, has nothing to do with IP or anything. It has to do with your phone number. And so, so I wasn't phased about the whole US thing. I mean, but I don't invest in ICOs, and I didn't invest in this one. I did send over some BitConnect tokens here just to see. I had maybe 10 of them in here. And then when I saw the price of because this, when I was like, yo, what was it first? Was it $5 before? I think it was $5. I'm not sure, man. But I think, whatever price, I don't know if it was just too high. I was like, no, this is not an ICO. Well, I mean, that's what I said to myself. I wasn't used to seeing ICOs with but BitConnect is is big time, man. Big baller, man. Like, they're so confident in themselves that setting a $50 price. That's what that is. So here's the BitConnectX ICO page. There's stuff going on here. Look, sold today 128,000. Available to sell 133,000. So still there's still this is gonna be sold out, I guess. And this thing is running for $50 each, man. Look at that. Is that anybody who's against BitConnect gonna say this is false? There's no way. I don't know, man. The world is a very big place. I guess United States is United States, and we're living in a, what do you call it, a crab pot, or whatever you want to call it, these analogies that are said. The world is a big place. There's a lot of money in the world. There's a lot of rich places in the world that you don't know about. Even in Jamaica, man. There's a place in Jamaica called Mandeville. Oh my goodness. You go to that place, you'd be like, are we still in Jamaica? I mean, you got like 3-story glass houses up in that place, man. Like the nicest cars, and like, yo, how do these people afford this stuff? And hey, I don't know. It's just money. So there's a lot of stuff. There's the world, so this could be true. And if it is, oh my god, it is true. I don't think it's not true. So they're accepting Bitcoin, Litecoin, BitConnect. Now, this is interesting because, when the lending ended, right? Let's think about this. They offered $150 per BCC, and they're taking BCC from individuals who were part of the lending and potentially lost. And those individuals have the choice to sell their BCCs for Bitcoin on the BitConnect website. Not anymore, because you can't withdraw or deposit anymore, or on an exchange. And still, BitConnect said, we'll take your BCCs off your hands and give you BCCX. Now, if they do that, knowing very well that they're not going to come out with BCCX, that's totally evil, like straight up evil, because they could have just let people sell it for Bitcoin and run off with their Bitcoin. But to take it from them is like a double whammy, take it from them without giving anything back. So, one has to think about that. Has BitConnect done anything evil? I don't know them as doing anything evil. The lending ending, hey, that rhymed, was like, we all know, hey, the reasons for ending that are just very apparently true. It's not like everything was just trucking along just fine. La 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 la, a bed of roses, ah, a big pit in the road. No, it was just like, damn, man, how the fuck we're gonna make it out this dungeon? Like, how are we gonna get out of this dungeon, man? You know, and it's like you're in a dungeon. You don't, and then you have a magic button. He says, well, if you press this magic button, you know, you can teleport to the other side, but you don't know where you're gonna end up. You know, you don't know where you're gonna end up, but you'll get out of here if you just press this button. You're like, oh man, I don't see any way out of this dungeon. I'm running out of food. I don't even have no water left. Fuck it. That's the ending lending. Man, that rhymed. Right? So these, you know, so that's not evil. That's just survival. You know, that's survival. So, and to take BCCs away from individuals who could sell it for Bitcoin and then not give them it, that's evil. And I don't see that. I don't see evil coming from BitConnect. I've never seen anything evil coming from BitConnect. We request you deposit your Bitcoin and Litecoin in new deposit address. Even the way this sentence is written, the way it sounds, it's so innocent. It's like a childish, you know, compared to like real English, you know. It's like simplified English. Like it's not even like a human being. Right? We request. So what else are we looking at here? So as you can see, you know, of course not. I didn't invest anything. Let's look at security. No. I want to look at login history. So let's look at my login history for this. As you can see, my first login was January 10th. I guess that's when they started. Then I logged in January 12th, 17th, February 15th, and then last night I logged in, and now. And it doesn't show, let's see, transactions. Well, I didn't do any transactions. I deposited BitConnect. Here we go. Oh, sweet. Yeah, so I added 10 BitConnect token. No, wait. Plus, I added 10 BitConnect tokens on the 10th, and on the 12th, I took them out because that's when I decided, no, I'm not going to be a part of this. And that's before the lending ended, actually, because again, you know, and I'll tell you what it is. Even my girlfriend was like, yo, what's up? Let's do this. Let's invest in this ICO. It's going to be big. And I'm like, man, here's how I am, man. I never break rules. I find that as long as I can't intentionally break a rule, right? I can't do that. Like, I just don't, man. And I always speak the truth. You know, that's why my life is so good, man. Really? And then my girlfriend asked me the other day, because she was like talking about my videos, and I'm like, well, you know, those who hate me are not going to watch my video, and if they do watch my video, it's going to change them, you know, because the truth hurts, and nobody wants to hear the truth because it hurts. And so those haters are not watching, and if they watch and, you know, up to a few seconds or maybe a minute into it, they quit because they realize that, well, he's not lying about anything, and I don't like that, fuck him. You know, because they lie every day, right? So she's like, how'd you learn how to do that? Like, how'd you figure out how to speak the truth? Because she's never known me to, like, you know, I do tell lies, of course, but the way I do it, it's like, it's a lie of I don't know, how do I do that shit? I don't know how I get away with it sometimes. You know what? You know when it works? It works when I'm constantly being attacked, and I figure out something to say to that person to back them up. Like, the other day, somebody kept asking me about Bitcoin tax. Like, aren't you gonna pay tax on your Bitcoin? You need to pay tax on your Bitcoin. And this is somebody that I looked up to in a certain sense, right? And I'm like, dude, why do you keep asking me about this shit? Because there is no tax in crypto. You can't tax cryptocurrency. It doesn't exist. It's like, dude, like, now I'll say this. If you document every penny of your Bitcoin, like, so you buy it, I don't want to get into this shit, man. But basically, once you're in crypto, when you're behind those doors in the crypto space, and you're doing all types of stuff going on in there, you're trading, you're doing this, you're doing that, and there's crypto flying all around. There's hundreds of transactions going on. Nobody can keep track of that. You get hacked, you lose stuff. Nobody can keep track of that. There is no taxing that. You can't even use it for anything. What taxes are for is fiat currency, right? So if you want to talk about fiat currency and tax, I'm all for that. But don't talk about Bitcoin and tax with me. And the motherfucker kept asking me about that shit. You know what? I said, you know what? I sold all my Bitcoin because the way I'm paying tax is I'm selling all my crypto and I pay tax on the US dollars. And I said that, and so, you know, when I said that in order for that person to stop bothering me about tax, you know, because if I don't have any Bitcoin to tax or whatever, and I put all of it in fiat, and I even made a video about this. So now that was a lie because I didn't do that, but the lie was something that was needed because to get out of that situation. And after that, I stopped talking to that person, by the way. Yeah, like, you know, I was like, man, you know what? I don't need to be dealing with somebody like this because they don't know what's going on in crypto, right? So so yeah, you know, but for the most part, man, the truth is freedom, man. The truth is freedom, man. Like the truth and doing the right thing. Listen, man, I respect the system. The system exists to keep people safe, man. Keep people I don't want to be like this preacher guy. I don't want to be this preacher guy right now when they talk about the system and the laws and the government and all that. Man, I support all that stuff, man. Because you know why? Because if you're a good person, you ain't got nothing to worry about, man. Right? Right?